Okay, something terrible is happening on YouTube and I'm gonna talk about it. No one is talking about it and I think it's time. In this video, I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to discuss every controversy I've had on YouTube, from Israel to crypto to Philippines to all that stuff. And I'm gonna call my haters. Yeah, I'm gonna call them. We're gonna call them for the first time ever and have a conversation for the first time in years.
I'm not the one standing here pretending that I stand for all these things.
I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
But you do, mate. You do. There you go. The biggest hypocrite on YouTube.
How are you doing, brother?
I hope this video teaches you something very important and you'll know about it in the end. Grab some tea, coffee, matcha, whatever it is you drink, and then let's talk. Look, we think that everybody that succeeds is evil. I don't know why we think that. But if somebody succeeds on YouTube or in the world, if they become a billionaire or if they become very successful or become a politician, then automatically they're evil. And I don't quite get why that is. I grew up as underdog. I grew up as an underdog in a village in the Middle East as a Palestinian Arab Muslim in Israel. Terrible background. That is a very underdog background. It's like Slumdog Millionaire, right? That's my background. I grew up there and everybody felt bad for me. Everybody was like, wow, you don't have opportunities. Wow, you're discriminated against. Wow, your life sucks. They're probably true. But I ended up deciding that I'm going to make something out of nothing. And I'm going to turn my life from being the underdog to becoming a hero, okay? So what did I do? I worked like a donkey for 10 years. I applied to the top universities. I got in. I got a scholarship because I didn't have the money. And I became a Harvard student. Then, as a Harvard student, I got a job here in New York. I made a lot of money, and then I saved the money, and then I built Nas Daily. Nas Daily was built literally from scratch. Made 1,000 videos in 1,000 days. Worked like a donkey for 2.7 years until it succeeded. I went from underdog to hero. With more than 15 million followers on YouTube, 22 on Facebook, 5 on Instagram, I've become a hero. And now we have a company of 100 people and making millions of dollars. So I've truly have enjoyed the last 8 years, but also I worked like a donkey. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The minute you have some sort of success, automatically the assumption is that you become the villain. Remember this quote: you either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. And this is now the video to talk about the villain chapter. Remember, there's 3 chapters so far: underdog, hero, and now villain. In my villain chapter, I have had so many controversies, and I want to show you that these controversies, even though they position you as an evil person, as a villain, they're actually not. I've had a controversy with Al Jazeera where they said I am an Israeli spy. Well, because I'm from Israel. We'll talk about that. I've had another controversy in the Philippines where people said we are exploiting the culture of the Philippines. We'll talk about that. I've had another controversy with crypto where people said that we are promoting a crypto founder who went to jail. We'll talk about that. Another controversy with Israel and Palestine, of course, because I'm from there. We'll talk about that. And then the last controversy where I was heckled on the street in Switzerland at Davos. We'll talk about that. The minute Nas Daily succeeded, one day I woke up and I saw a news article about us. And the news article said something crazy. It said, Nas Daily is an Israeli spy. Nas Daily is hiring Israeli spies. Nas Daily is working with the Israeli government to promote Israel. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, we made it. But is this true? Well, turns out it wasn't very true. It was this Al Jazeera article that it basically implied that we work with the Israeli government, which is factually not true. And to prove to you that it's factually not true, I'm literally gonna call 2 people that have worked with me for the last 5 years. Let's see if they pick up. And, oh, wow. Yo. Hey. Okay, Lisha. I'm going to
Desire.
add, yes. All right. I'm sorry I'm putting you on the spot.
It's okay, I'm used to it.
Okay, so I'm putting her, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Lisha, Alex. Alex? Where's Alex? All right, Lisha, Alex. The first controversy, Al Jazeera. Why are we promoting the Israeli government? What happened there?
Ooh. Alex, you want to go first?
My first week in the company, I think.
So, in 2 sentences, are we working with the Israeli government, and why do people have that assumption?
The straight answer is no, we've never worked with the Israeli government. The reason why this started was because we had employees in the company who were Israeli by nationality. And Al Jazeera at the time started running paid ads, I remember, from their different accounts to say that these people were mouthpieces of the Israeli government and they were using our company to do that.
Okay, so the reason why we fell into this trap is because we hired people who used to be in the Israeli army, because every single Israeli citizen has to go to the army if they're Jewish. And so because of that, this news came out, right?
And they were accused of being Israeli spies because they were in the Israeli army. Yes.
Oh, it's amazing how context works. When you put this in context, okay, so it's easy to see how you can assume that Nas Daily is working with the Israeli government because some of the employees were part of the Israeli army, but every single Israeli citizen has to go to the army. It's not by choice, they're forced to. So it doesn't actually mean they're spies.
And the great irony is that those people in the company have publicly spoken out against Israeli government policy.
That's the irony. Yes, go ahead.
No, it's not as if they are even spokespeople for what the Israeli government does. They're like the opposite.
That's funny. So just think about how funny this is. So the person that is accused to be an Israeli spy in my company is actually on the Palestinian side, not on the Israel side. So that's the first controversy. The second time, I heard that Nas Daily does exploit the culture in the Philippines. So here's some context for you guys. In the Philippines, there's this tattoo lady that has, we wanted to really take her knowledge, put it into like a course, and make it available for everybody to be able to learn from her and preserve her culture. We went there, we shot the video, and then somebody said, from her family, they said, wow, Nas Daily is exploiting the Philippines and our culture, and they're monetizing our culture, and this is terrible. Boycott Nas Daily. And that became a big thing in the Philippines simply because we were there to help a tattoo lady turn her knowledge into a course. Now that's the context. So, of course, a lot of people got angry about this, Alex and Lisha, because it shows Nas Daily as the villain. It's the evil. Oh, they're very evil. So what is the context here? Now blow my mind. Tell me the context.
So the context is, it wasn't Desire who arranged the shoot. It was actually me.
Oh my God, Lisha, what the hell? You are exploiting the... I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. So I mean, you said it as it is, right? The context was we genuinely had very, I would assume, innocent intentions, and we just wanted to preserve her culture. We sent a team there. We had contracts. It was translated in Tagalog. And when we were brought to our attention that somebody in the family wasn't happy, we immediately took down the cost.
Yeah.
And I think our biggest mistake was that we didn't actually respond fast enough to the public. But
Lisha, you said something interesting here. It wasn't the person we worked with that was angry. It was her cousin, because she wasn't part of the deal. And of course, if you're not part of the deal, you feel left out. And so you have to feel like something's wrong. But the actual person we worked with was happy. Right?
Yeah, and I mean, again, this is something that people probably don't know. Like, no, they said that we were exploiting a 108-year-old tattoo artist. So exploiting means that we were benefiting from it. The cost was like $15 and we sold like 3 seats.
Three
We
seats.
had made it very affordable and the goal was not to make money.
So hold on, we made $45 revenue and it cost us $4,000. So we made $45
No,
revenue.
it costed us $10,000,
Oh
Desire.
my God, $10,000, Lisha, what the hell? Okay, great. Well, thank you for the context. I'm using all these.
I want to add one thing though, just on that, which was that it was really sad actually, that controversy for me, because I think that it was a case of when actually the person who was involved in it wanted it to happen, and because of the mob, you know, they were denied that opportunity. So even though we say, you know, we were misrepresented, I think, in the media, in the end, the people that hurt the most were, you know, the family who are actually trying to preserve their culture. And this is the sad thing about some of these cases.
And that's the problem with mob mentality, which is a worrying trend on YouTube, where whatever the mob thinks must be true. And we got a couple of controversies to go through. Okay, then the next controversy. This is great context. I can talk about this. You guys were not part of this, but I saw this girl in the Philippines who is, I'm not going to say the name because I don't want you to hate on people. She was doing something incredible in the Philippines. We said, let us go and highlight her work because Lisha, we do this for thousands of people. So I went to the Philippines to show her work, the good work, the non-profit work she's doing to the world. I arrived there, to be clear, this is all not paid. I arrived there and I realized it's not for profit, it's for profit. It's all for profit. And it is like not as truthful as it shows on the internet. So I said, I am not going to do this video. I am sorry, but this is fake news. And I left. Unfortunately, she got angry. And unfortunately, she was like, again, Nas Daily exploiting the culture in the Philippines for views and clicks. But even though the video was not made. So this is why it doesn't make sense what's happening. Lisha, what is your impression of that amazing controversy?
My impression is that we have shot about 1,500 videos now. And 97% of the time, people enjoy the videos that we make about them. They enjoy the fact that there is a story about them and it goes viral and it potentially changes their life. We need to be true to the stories that we tell and to our audience. So we took the discretion here to not give fake news. And I've seen, Nusair, you do this a couple of times where the team comes back with a story, we go and shoot, and it's not very truthful or it's not as it seems, and we don't upload the video. And that is, for us, like tens of thousands of dollars of loss because we're not uploading a video. But we choose not to do it because we don't want to spread fake news.
So, but sometimes we do spread fake news and we have to talk about it, right? Out of the 1,500 videos that we made, one of them was about the crypto guys, Sam Bankman-Fried, the guy, crypto, FTX, and that eventually was completely shut down and it was a fraud. Unfortunately...
Wow,
what I want to say here is like, if FTX didn't know, how would we know?
And that's
I'm so happy
unfortunate.
you're bringing this up. I'm so happy.
You're happy I'm bringing this up? What do you got to say about that?
Look, I mean, the truth is that when Nas Daily talks about new ideas, it's always going to be a risk, right? It's always going to be a risk that it's not as it seems because it's cutting edge, right? It's new. But we can only go with, the information out there. Now, the world's biggest investors gave this person money. In the US government basically took money from this, some of these people.
Yeah.
In campaign donations.
Even the Singaporean government.
Wait, Lisha, don't mention that. But it's true. Even governments gave this person money. So nobody knew, including Nas Daily, but for some reason, Nas Daily was the one to pay the price. But again, this shows you how context makes gives a different opinion, a different viewpoint on the same facts that you think Nas Daily is evil for. And last but not least, guys.
I was just going to say one quick thing.
Yes.
Just quick thing, which was that I remember at the time, we discussed as a company, should we make content about crypto? Because there are risks. And we decided that we believe in crypto as an idea and we'll take that risk.
And we took the risk.
So we took the risk.
And we'll continue to take risks, by the way. This is not it. Thank you, Alex and Lisha. I'm gonna take this further. But good luck, guys, and thank you for all the work you do at this evil organization.
Thank you, Nusad. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye. If you look at all Nas Daily videos, I have one rule only. I will never make you angry at somebody or something. I will never make a video saying, be angry at this person, be angry at this terrorist, be angry at this billionaire. I will never make that video. I only made it once. It was about Kanye West 5 years ago, and I regret it. But I've never done it again. And so as part of the Israel-Palestine conflict, I see a lot of people promote anger. Nas Daily is not designed to make you angry. Nas Daily is designed to make you think, have a nuanced objective, and actually make you optimistic about the world. And when it comes to Israel, I am optimistic about Israel and Palestine. My optimism about Israel and Palestine is that we will get to peace. We will get to 2 states for 2 people living side by side in peace. That is my goal in life for Israel and Palestine. But the objective of many other people is to just make you hate Israel. This Zionist entity, they need to be eradicated. Jews, kick them out, send them back to Poland. That's not good. Another people on the Israeli side, they're like, Palestinians, kick them out, kill them all, and we don't want any Palestinians. That's not good. That's not where the future is heading. And so Nas Daily's job is, no matter what happens, we're always looking for peace, for 2 states, for 2 people. And because of that, you become the villain. Because peace is not popular. It's not popular to call for peace. If you look at the last 70 years, the only leaders that were assassinated were actually the leaders that made peace. There was 7 assassinations in the Middle East in the last 70 years. 6 of them were leaders that wanted to make peace, and they got assassinated because peace is not popular. What's popular is war. Let's kill each other. Let's destroy the other. Nas Daily is not about that. And I think for everybody watching this, you must ask yourself, what am I? Am I a builder or am I a destroyer? Do I want to destroy Israel? Do I want to destroy Palestine? Or do I want to build Palestine and build Israel? It's not evil versus good. It's not bad and good and oppressed and oppressor. It's, do I want to build or do I want to destroy? And that is the point of this video. Now we are at the chapter that matters the most. You, the viewer, you're watching this. You're watching this in your home, on YouTube, in a village. Most likely you are in the underdog phase. Nobody thinks you'll succeed. Nobody expects much from you. But once you work hard enough for 10 years, you will become a hero. You agree with me? You agree with me. Once you become a hero, you will become the villain right after that. Everybody becomes the villain. Every YouTuber, Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, Nas Daily, everybody becomes the villain at some point. But then there's a 4th chapter, which is the Phoenix. It's a chapter where you rise above. You rise above the hate. You rise above the controversies. It becomes part of business, part of daily life. But it doesn't mean you're a villain. It doesn't mean you're a hero. You're just rising above. This is the stage I'm in. And in this stage, you're at true freedom. You're happy. It doesn't matter what the people say about you on the internet, as long as you're living your truth. And you know the truth because I just showed you the truth. Everybody watching this should aim to become a hero. But remember, you will become a villain. You need to survive the villain stage and then become the Phoenix. That is true happiness. That is true freedom when nothing bothers you anymore and you're living your truth. And now for the final chapter of this. I'm gonna call somebody who thinks I'm the villain. It's somebody that hates me. He made a lot of terrible videos about me. He doesn't know that I'm calling him. He doesn't know anything about this video, but I'm gonna confront him for the first time ever. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna prove to you that if you talk to the person that hates you, eventually they will realize that you're not that bad and that anybody you hate is not that bad. So let me go make the call. Come with me. All right. I'm gonna call the guy
This guy made so many negative videos about Nas Daily. We are public enemies number one.
Because something I've realized lately is he has a broken relationship with the truth. You pushed your followers to support FTX.
Bro,
FTX.
aren't you the dangerous guy? This guy's annoying. Be careful of this guy. He's annoying.
There you go, the biggest hypocrite on YouTube.
His name is Avi Yamani, and he's in Australia. This is the first time we're talking in years. Yo.
How are you doing, brother? Sorry, I got caught up. What's
No,
happening?
we haven't talked in years. Well, months, years.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long, but I know it probably feels a lot longer because you miss me.
I miss you very much. Okay, that's really funny you say that.
Why?
No, I was reflecting. I was reflecting on who did I have a terrible relationship with. And all of a sudden, after some conversations, ended up feeling like we're on the same page. And your name came up.
This was a conversation you had, or this is like a thought you had in your
A
head?
thought I had in my head.
Oh, yeah. No, look, I think, to be honest, it's not that rare at the moment. It's happened to me a lot since October 7. Like, I used to be one of those guys that establishment, Jewish community, organizations love to condemn. And then after October 7, they realized that a lot of the things that I was saying that they were condemning me for, they're starting to realize which was true. Maybe I wasn't articulating it in their friendly, politically correct way, but I wasn't that far off.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And that's interesting. That's actually really interesting because I think both you and I wanted the same thing, but we were both like not articulating it in the same words.
And look, I think also one of the things that, at least for me, since October 7, is realizing look, I've always been open to talking to everyone, but I realize also, like, so many things don't matter that, there are certain things that matter, like a red line.
Yeah.
And then there's so much around politics that doesn't actually matter that much if you have a differing opinion, at least if you can have a conversation.
What happened between me and you was cool because we just had conversations where we realized we're not too far off. And I think a lot of people should emulate that, is to go from like mortal enemies to, he's not that bad,
Yeah, I agree. I've got a 150. Thanks. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But that was kind of my point when we were meeting. I was like, we need more of this. I think just October 7 made a lot of people who at least agree on those issues and realize that insane extremists, no matter from which side, whether it's the extremist on the left, the extremist on the right, the Islamic extremists, like, that's, if you can at least connect and realize that that's the graver threat,
Yeah.
then we can talk all the other issues out.
Exactly. I think we both agree that extremism left or right is like just sucks so much. And it's like, we're actually both in the middle. Like, it's not, it's not that complicated.
There is a spectrum. And when you say you're in the middle, like, I 100% think you're left of center and I'm right of center. And that's fine.
Yeah.
But as long as you're not crazy and you're willing to actually talk about the issues, that's what should matter.
Yes.
That's 100% what should matter. Anyway, so so what is it that you want to do?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm gonna be making long form videos, but I mean, this is great already. Like, I think I got, I wanted this to be like completely organic. Like I just wanted to have like a 5-minute conversation with you, and make a point. And I'll send you the video as well before lunches. But it's like really completely normal, and it's making this point. So yeah, that's it, Avi. I mean, I think we should do more together in 2025. I don't know if you have any ideas, but I'm happy to do a collaboration video.
Are you coming to Davos this year?
No, I'm not invited.
Did I get you kicked out?
Yeah, bro, you got me kicked out. They were like, this guy is too controversial, because the second year when I went and I, confronted your boss or something, I think they were like, man, this guy is too much trouble.
Listen, you went hard on my boss, and it was a bit unhinged.
It was unhinged. Even my team told me that's not a good look. Don't do it again.
It was like, and it was about like one thing that's completely like just it's irrelevant if it was true, but it wasn't true. Anyway, it's all is forgiven.
Are you going to Davos?
Mate, I'm the king of Davos. That's where I go. And this is going to be interesting because it's literally on the inauguration day of Trump.
Wow. So you're going to be harassing more people.
100%.
You are ridiculous.
But no, let's talk. Listen, I appreciate the fact that you reached out. I'll be honest with you there.
Of course. Well, enjoy your Christmas, and we'll be in touch.
You too.
Thanks, man.
Merry Christmas. All right, mate.
Peace.
Bye.
That was crazy. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I hope you learned something new. Everybody you hate is not that bad. Everybody that hates you doesn't actually hate you. A good conversation, a good context can make everything better. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm trying out this new, very long videos just for YouTube. If you like it and you want to see me do this every week, let me know. I'll do this every week. Thank you guys, and good luck.